What is going on today, everybody? So, a little bit of wind today. Again, I got to apologize for the wind up front just in case it's breezing on my mic. Try to get this set up so that you guys can hear what I'm talking about today. But what I'm looking to share is, again, something that really affects me personally. I never just come out and say crap because I just want to talk. This is things that I am engaging in my own world and implementing, and I just want to share my results, and hopefully it can help some of you guys as well. So, this is very much a true statement for just about every kind of progress stretch you're running through, but also very, very, very important when we're talking about the physical aspect of things. And what I'm talking about today is stopping so that you can continue going forward and progressing. And what that means is you have to have a balance of moving forward and taking action and also taking a break. This is important in physical aspects because if you consistently work and you work out and you break your muscles down and you never allow them the time to build back up, you develop injuries. And this is where it's called overtraining. So if you break a muscle group down and you don't give it that opportunity to come back to that full recovery and get back to that good, solid, what's the word I'm looking for? 100%, right? If you don't allow that breakdown to come back up, you keep that breakdown process happening. You actually open it up for injury, okay? So when you're going into the exercise world, the days off is just as important as the days on so that your muscles can actually recover. So the next time you come back, it can perform at 100%. Now, the mental side of that is also a big game, right? If you feel like you are never getting a break and you are constantly grinding and grinding and grinding, you're not going to be excited about the times when you do take action anymore. So this is one of the things that I incorporate with myself. And it's actually gotten harder and harder to take the time off because it feels like you're losing momentum. Oh, I've been working so hard, I don't want to take a day off because then I'm just not making that forward progress. So understand that when you slow down and you take that time off where you're not using your body and you're not pushing your muscles to a breakdown point, they get a chance to rebuild and get stronger again so that next action is actually more effective. All right, but that mental game is also important because you celebrate those activity moments with that time off. And you get to say, oh, I'm here just enjoying it. And I really pushed myself hard and I did good. And now I'm just gonna, relax and have this time to settle back in, put myself back together and prepare for the next time. If you're constantly moving forward, you're never in that prep state. You're never setting yourself up for the next one. You're just in the moment of this one. All right. So physical activity is very important to have those days off, especially if you start doing heavy lifting of any kind. You're breaking your muscles down. You got to give them that rebuild time. Okay. And also nutritionally, you got to put back in what is going to allow you to rebuild. But what also happens is sometimes we push ourselves too much and we hurt ourselves. And that's when it gets really hard. Is when it's not just a recovery, it's a repair. And now I did this for myself a couple of weeks back, actually 2 weeks from today. I was doing some jumping exercises. Loud truck. I was doing some jumping exercises, and the first set didn't really bother me too much. The second set, I started to feel my knee a little bit, and I was like, oh, maybe I just jumped wrong on this set or whatever. The third set, I really started to feel it, and I was like, I'm doing something wrong here on my knee. And so I stopped the exercise, and the whole rest of the day, my knee just progressively started feeling worse and worse. And when I made the decision that, man, I think I may have slightly injured myself, it was a tough pill to swallow. I didn't want to say to myself and accept that, man, I did something wrong, first of all. And secondly, oh, Mrs. Vicky doing her planks today. I appreciate that. So that activity time is what we're talking about. The activity has to be balanced with the recovery and the time off. So a couple weeks ago, I was doing this jumping exercise, kind of jacked my knee a little bit. And one of the things that I absolutely love to do every day is this, getting out here and walking. And after I injured my knee 2 weeks ago, I said, okay, I'm not going to do any more jumping exercises, But I kept doing my walks and I kept doing everything else. And my knee did not get better. It progressively was getting worse. And I'm like, man, I quit jumping, I quit doing the thing, but I never actually gave it a full time off. And that was hard for me, especially because my routine involves movement and activity and progression, okay? So being able to swallow that pill and say, look, I gotta stop walking for a week was one of the hardest decisions I've made in a long time. And I never realized how bad that was going to be on my mental, because I look forward to it. It's part of my daily warm-up structure. It's what gets me into my day, wakes me up physically, gets my mental game in the right place. I get to process what I'm going to do throughout the day and really sets me up for success. And so having to change that structure for an entire week, holy cow, was that hard for me. But what I started to notice was my knee actually started to get better. And so that was a tough thing to really, accept in my own world, that just because I have a formal system for progress doesn't mean that you can always go and expect results in a positive sense from that go action all the time. If you never give yourself that time off, you can only progress for so long before you break down. And so it's very important physically to give yourself these times off, to let your body recover, to let your mental recover. And obviously, you can use that time for other things. So that's the other thing too, is we prioritize this progress all the time in our world. And we do that sometimes as a sacrifice of some of the other things that, maybe we enjoy doing, but we're like, nope, this is what's important. This is what I got to do. This is the obligation. And so if you feel that you're in a sense of always go, structure some time to stop. Structure some time to do like Vicky did and do a 20-minute session instead of 30. Okay, I was late for that, but I saw The Last Stand. Wish you a good weekend. But we're able to actually give ourselves a reprieve from that breakdown. So when you're going, yes, you're using yourself and you're looking for that forward progress, and that's what it takes to get stronger. But a lot of the progression actually happens during the times when you're doing nothing, when you're allowing yourself that celebration time. And that's what I want really to pass along in this, is don't look at the times off as a negative consequence for lack of production. Those times off are a celebration of the rest of the time that you did well. And it has that mental benefit, it has a positive benefit, and it has a time consumption reshift. Where during those times where you would normally have been doing something that was pushing you forward, push yourself forward in some other way. Whether it's that celebration aspect, or you use that time to spend with your family, or you've got some time to work on a hobby, or you just read a book, or whatever the hell it may be. It doesn't have to be the same mode of progress all the time to get the same results, all right? And this also comes in the plateau effect. If you continue doing the same thing, you can only progress so far from that same action. Eventually, what got you here will not get you there. You have to change what it is that you're doing in order to take that next step. So if you lift the same way all the time, your body gets used to that and it stops seeing results. So a lot of times, simply taking that time off, your body gets away from that comfortable mode. Oh man, we haven't done this for a minute. Boom, I get right back into it and feel results instantly. All right, guys, so I want you to understand that whenever you feel stressed, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, relationship-wise, whatever it is, sometimes trying to push through it and do more to make more happen is not the answer. Sometimes you just need to step away and detach and not go through the same motions that got you into that stressful place. Because guys, the definition of insanity is repeating the same actions and expecting a different result. And so for me, when I injured my knee, I kept doing the same things other than jumping, because that's what I was like, oh, it was the jumping that hurt me. No, I don't really give my body a lot of time off. I walk every day. I have daily exercises that I do. I'm constantly moving around doing stuff in between. I'm very, very active all the time. And so allowing myself to say it's okay to stop is what's actually allowed my knee to recover. And so today is the first time I've done a walk in almost a week. And man, do I really appreciate this time right now? I've been missing it. I've been looking forward to it. And I just said, hey, it's been enough time. My knee's feeling pretty good. I'm going to go slow. And that's what also happens, guys, is when you get back out in there and you haven't done the thing that you're looking forward to for a while, you start to appreciate it. All right, so please let me know if there is something in your world that you're getting stressed about, that is something that you need to take a break from, because especially if you're in the entrepreneurial world, I hear you, Vicky, you're always on it. And that time where you're always on it never allows you to really step back, take that full breath and view of really how far you've come and prepare. The preparation time for the next time. It takes physical stoppage. You got to step back. You got to give yourself that ability to say it's okay to not be forward all the time, because the next time you go forward, it's like that rubber band, and then you let it go and it boom, you can go forward a lot much faster. So appreciate you guys' time today. I apologize if it's been any kind of wind in my microphone. I'm out here walking, so we're out in real life. But if you guys have some opportunity, please jump in the comments. Let me know what you're struggling with, and if there's an opportunity I can help you with, I would love to do that. Give you a little bit of a perspective on how to look at something differently. So enjoy your time today, guys. Get out here and enjoy the weekend. It's Friday. We got beautiful weather out here in Boise, Idaho. So if you got something awesome that you're looking forward to as well, hit me in the comments with that, and I will see you guys next time.